I'm thinking about that song Jeezy, Standing Ovation. What's going on for water signs? Maybe somebody's going to be giving you a standing ovation. This could happen around fall time. You could be feeling a little lost or a little empty right now. Maybe there was someone that you had shared feelings with or that you were kind of dealing with, and now the situation has kind of come to a standstill, but either one of y'all are in a denial and or contradicting what you're saying. You'll be able to move on from this around springtime. You also could be denying options because you're still confused about this one person and their lifestyle. You know that you guys need to separate because there's just too many secrets. But you still admire them somehow, some way, or they admire you. If this is not someone from your past, this could be somebody you're just already closed off from. Like you knew them, but at the same time you guys didn't get close, or there was just some type of barrier. And now you admire them from afar. You don't feel like it's hidden though. You feel like they know that you admire them somehow, some way. But at the same time, you feel like there was something going on behind their back. There was some type of pettiness going on with a third party, or some type of secret hookup, some type of, something from the past. It's like, okay, well, I had to leave the situation alone, or I had to, get away with this, and I regret the terms and conditions of how I did it. You feel like you guys could have felt complete. Does this person still think about you? No. They may have some type of burden, or they kind of just feel like, I've been lowering my burden. I've been kind of pushing through some type of defenses or challenges. I'm going through a transformation. They may not be in their head about it. They feel like this, when it comes to this marriage, it's kind of like, you know what, this was inflexible anyway. I can kind of do something by myself. I can learn how to do something by myself, and it's going to be balanced out for me anyway. They're willing to adjust to this. This could definitely be a fire sign. A Scorpio. You could be involved. A Taurus. A Cancer. A Libra, a Scorpio, maybe even an earth sign, maybe. Or they have an earth sign child. What else is going on for water sign? You also had to let go of doing things systematically. When it comes to, maybe you don't work a 9 to 5 anymore. Maybe you don't work something that's like directly as it should be. Maybe you do something under the table or whatever the case may be. You maybe have some type of insecurity right now about like what's to come. You have some type of uncertainty. Let me say, I don't want to keep saying insecurity. You have some type of uncertainty about like, okay, whatever I'm working on, whatever I've mastered and I've dedicated to, is it really going to bring some type of expansion and or growth? It will continue to work. You just may be fixated on some type of surprise, or you're fixated on some type of big break, I guess, in the moment. And as long as you're continuously moving with your intuition and you're moving with, what feels good to you through any type of uncertainty, I feel like you'll be able to make any type of sacrifices and get where you need to go. But it also may be an end to some type of like, oh, I just don't know how I feel about my confidence. Maybe this is what it's trying to teach you. So like, even in those dark moments that you don't doubt yourself, you just continue to push forward. It's like, okay, well, I feel like this is not growing, my actions or whatever's not growing as much as I'm talking about or as much as I'm pushing for. Okay, cool, I feel a little stuck, but I'm not going to doubt myself because I know this is just a part of the process. It's not necessarily a reflection of who I am and or how far I can get with something. You got to continue to know your power and your influence, even in sticky situations. Okay? Alright, what else? Water signs. Someone could have had a baby, or someone had some type of relationship, but their emotion is no longer there. It's like, we can't communicate if we want to, we don't have to. But someone could have gotten pregnant. It's like somebody got pregnant, and the moment they got pregnant, the communication stopped, or somebody started to hold back, or something changed. Maybe you found out about someone's pregnancy if this isn't directly you, right? You found out someone else, they were just out here and about, talking to whoever what they want to, doing whatever they want to, and, either you had to walk away from this person because you realize that they are too strategic, they're too manipulative, or, literally y'all got pregnant and you feel like it's a burden. If you're the person that's pregnant, okay, so you may not want to hear certain things when it comes to this person and or what's going to bring some type of stability. All right, you may take everything as a bad news and or like, oh, well, this is just going to make things worse, but it's not. Example, it actually will bring success. Looks like somebody's telling you like, okay, well, you have this baby coming and y'all not together. You need to go ahead and get on some type of paperwork, or you need to go ahead and figure out some type of agreement. You're like, no, I don't want to da-da-da-da. It actually would be helpful if somebody's giving you this type of advice. You need to take it. Figure out, you don't have to do it exactly how they're saying it. Figure out how you can tweak it for yourself. But you do need to listen to someone's advice. Okay, because there may be something that you don't see coming. I mean, the plans may not go bad, and you could just be planning for you guys to work together. But again, there's something that you don't see coming. It's going to cause this person to be deceptive and or try to sneak out of something, and you're going to be feeling caught and stuck in the crosshairs if you don't. You're going to be hoping and wishing and waiting for your opportunity and waiting for some type of balance if you don't get started now. But it's really up to you. But you could just have somebody in your ear and you're too used to them saying certain things and you've gotten used to it and you feel like you guys can just get through it. It's like you're dealing with the devil that you know versus scared of like what's on the other side of the door. All right, what else for water signs? Okay, judgment, self-esteem. I feel like it's all going back to either you deciding who you are or you're deciding how you want to be treated by someone else's and their self-esteem. You're making a call on them. You know, you can only adapt and bend but so much when it goes down to someone's core. It just is what it is. Okay, it's like, do I want to persevere? Do I want to keep pushing through this? Do I not? Somebody could be a part of a fraternity or sorority. Yeah, you're figuring out what's worth it and what's not. And I also feel like you're learning to kind of be lighthearted about when you do have to persevere. It's kind of like, oh, this is a sticky situation. No, I don't want to be here, but I'm going to be lighthearted about it. I'm not going to take everything to heart. I understand it's just some type of adversity. Again, it's part of the process. Because, you know, when you start to take things personal, that's when your pride and ego start to kick in. Usually when you need to actually use some type of empathy. Okay, but there is somebody that's trying to blame you and or just kind of pinpoint you out for their own health and or well-being. They're going to surrender. They're going to stop at some point in time, but they are in denial right now. Okay, so they just try to create whatever they feel like is abundant for them, and they also have some type of a fear of acceptance of whatever is going on in their reality and or who's really to blame. Okay, whether you or them, take it how it resonates. All right, confirmations. What's that? Sorry for the wait. Is that a song? Is that Drake? Sorry for the wait. Something like that. Someone could need to step in or step up as a parent, but they're not doing so, even though they should. But there's going to be some type of table that turn, okay? So continue to do what you have to do, even if you feel like you're in the in-between. You also could be traveling. Like you, either you need to use somebody else's car, you travel on the subway. There's some type of like transit, a bus or something like that. The initial R could be important. Maybe you need to get your car towed, if not. Someone wants some type of revenge or they're thinking about it. They think you're desperate for revenge. And you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm trying to get my own way, you know, whatever the case may be. But they will understand it if you had a point to prove. Somebody didn't step up as a parent and they're still kind of not doing so. All right? You have the options or you have options. Stop focusing on that one particular. Politely excuse yourself from any negativity. And the sad part about this was it was all unnecessary. Okay? Literally. It's okay to be the only one to know that you're the one. Recenter your world. Wish them well. You will be taking over and taking charge. But overthinking creates issues that aren't really there. Okay? Relax.